Hello, happy Monday. Okay, we're gonna get into, there you go. We are now live on Instagram too. If you're watching me here in the Facebook group or on Instagram, don't forget to comment, and I will be providing a different kind of training today. We're going to do some sort of a challenge. As you know, most of the trainings that I'm doing here are from the questions that I've been gathering from the audience. Um, I get a lot of emails, responses. I'm in a lot of communities, so I'm going in order of the urgency that I was asked. And obviously, I know there's a lot of trainings going on with the AI and the content and everything, but it seems like people cannot get enough of it. And I'm still being asked, and I'm going to reveal a system that we use in our company. And I'm going to provide some good prompts for you to use, but we're also going to do a little challenge. I'm going to create a 30-day social media content within 10 minutes. So you can go ahead and check your time. It's about 12:18 here in California, in San Diego. So I'm going to try to finish it before 12:30, but I want to give you a little bit of a concept ahead of time. So um, when we need we all have some sort of a product. We have a business, we're selling something. And one of the most important aspect that I see, that while we are deciding, before we launch our next product, or while we are kind of working on our daily grind, most of the time, social media is, it's in the back end. I don't know if Camille will see this later, but she described this really well, like a crying child in the back, like always wants attention, right? So it's a big pain. I understand, but I want you to take social media in a way that, if you control, it's like controlling your environment. If you control it ahead of time with strategic content, you don't have to do that much. And there's a way to do it. And, I only spend maybe 1 hour a week going over my social media content. And we usually are scheduling it like 90-day content at a time for us, for our clients. So it's, obviously we've done a lot, and we established some frameworks. But going back to why you're doing the social media while you're actually not ready to make an offer. We talked about offers last week. So if you can find a way to create a 30-day content the way I'm going to show you today, this is going to make your life a lot easier, for sure. And also, when you're not ready, as long as you have a link on your bio, a link with a resource, a link that will collect an email address, that's the only thing you need at the beginning, while you're preparing, while you're not ready for your product, because it takes time. And we're all procrastinating, there's things that are happening. Some people have this is not their main job. But in the back end, if you can make social media work for you, again, with a strategic content, you create this, you schedule it, and in the back end, it collects the emails. And by the time you're ready, it could be 2 months, 3 months. I've seen people saying, well, like for 2 years, and they still haven't launched it, yet they don't have any regular, consistent online presence anywhere. Nothing consistent and nothing strategic. It's not talking about, it's not collecting the audience they need. So all I'm asking you today, if you watch this live or if you are going to watch the replay later, you can stop and you can make notes and create the content for you, whether for your ready offers or for your future offers, and try to schedule it. Maybe start with a 7-day content and try to see if you can somehow control it and watch what's happening. Like, always listen and check what language is used if you're getting any comments or anything. So I just want you to not just watch these trainings, but literally just go back to it, and try to implement it. And to me, the most important part, the everything only changes when you take action. And this is we talk about this so much, and I know everybody's saying it, but and it kind of gets old. But so that's why I'm trying to make it easier for you to do something. Like right now, you can literally open another tab if you have a chat GPT already installed. While you're watching this, if you're on your computer, you can open another tab and try this if you'd like. So without further ado, I'm gonna start. For a fictional brand, for a fictional program, so that I'm not revealing anything. But I do have someone in the group, Edwina, if you ever watch this, it's similar to what you're doing, so feel free to take the content today. So it's going to be really cool doing this together. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a screen so you can watch me live. Go in here. Okay. So here is a ChatGPT, and I am using a ChatGPT 4. So like this is a paid one, so I want to make sure you know this. And also the one I'm sharing with you, this is actually we created this GPT ourselves, and this has, like, in the backend, it's already trained. So we trained a GPT for a specific way of creating content for social media. And, with like all the frameworks we have, all the, prompts, all the structures, most of them are built into this particular GPT. So when you go in there, this is not available there, but I'm going to be sharing this in an exclusive platform soon. But I wanted to first share with you and just actually ask you what you think. So what we have done in here is, again, like, this is a private server, and just so you know, if you have not invested in a paid chat GPT, I strongly recommend, because 3.5 is not reliable, and if you don't know the prompts, it's kind of hard. And obviously, you don't use ChatGPT for, like, actually create content, so to speak. This is, again, as long as you train it right, this is a good assistant, like a good VA in the back end that doesn't complain, and it only charges you $20 a month. So we use it as an assistant. Our chat GPT, I'm sure you heard it before, we call her Harper because we think she's smart. And so Harper does a lot of things for us. However, we do a lot of data research. So because we have all the research keywords and everything that we have been accumulating over the years, launching all these funnels and ads and everything. So we have all these data. So we train a lot. So it gives us more. And again, it's like a little human being. If you can, educate it better, it gives you better information. So in here, you're kind of like creating a shortcut for yourself with what we have trained it for. And for so normally, like this is what you would see as this would show up on the left as one of the options, and you would just click on it as if you're doing a regular ChatGPT search. But what we did, we actually created like ready prompts here. So today I'm going to be doing like a 30-day Instagram content schedule, and we'll every time I click on, I put the information. Again, I want you to know I'm going to start the clock and see. Well, now it's 12:27, so I'm going to reset the clock for us. So I'm going to reset the clock and see if we can finish it in 10 minutes and see if you like the way it will be creating it. Again, I will be including a fictional brand, a fictional program. If it's similar to anyone's, it's a total coincidence, but I was inspired and I was reading a lot of it because I'm a mom, and you'll see the content now. Okay, so it's 12:28 in San Diego, and I'm going to start now. All right, so we're here. I'm going to just pick this conversation starter. And as soon as I ask for that, like any human being would say, if you had a social media manager and you said, just, create an Instagram schedule for me, they would ask you these questions, right? So we just, this is one of the programming that we did. So we are making sure all these questions are answered by you so that you can customize it for your brand. Obviously, it's going to create something different for everyone that you can, restructure, edit. It just gives you a really, instead of a blank canvas, it gives you like a really good starting point. But again, we would never take something from ChatGPT and, post it. That is a no-no for anyone. But again, if you have a good starting point, you can really make it a like very good assistant for you. Okay, so now it's asking me all these questions, right? So obviously I've done my homework, but this for you, you would be doing your own. Like you would actually be filling this up. I'm not going to know who has what today, so I had to create something. So I'm just giving her so this is sort of like, so I thought of a program that would help kids learn like how to read better or fall in love with reading again, since I have one that, we're having trouble with her. So I decided, since I'm a mom, I have a pain point, so I put it in here. So I said, it's a working moms in need of help for their children's education. So I wanted, I wanted to just include teaching how to make kids fall in love with reading again. And I am pretending I'm an experienced elementary teacher with deep knowledge, teaching kids to read books, and always ask the dream outcome. It will be, my kids reading books without us prompting or asking them, because, they now love to read. So all of the answers I provided here, and I'm going to just go ahead and press enter and let the magic work in here. And it will start creating the content. So we're 2 minutes in, so I'm kind of going through. So because of the way we trained it, it's going to create a table in the back end. It doesn't do it automatically, not always, but because, again, we kind of perfected the prompt over and over, and we know what categories it's supposed to create for you to have the best outcome from this social media content. So it's trained, and it will give you hashtags, it will give you titles, it will give you some prompts, what kind of videos, what kind of images, what should you do, and all of that. And it will just create the whole thing for you. Okay, so we're at 3 minutes now. Let's see. I mean, so far so good. By the way, I did a test run. It actually did something different before. So this is a little different than what it created. This is what I love about ChatGPT. It's not like it's copying and pasting. It does get creative and better every time, but this is a brand new chat. So it does not have the data that I created in the other chat. Each chat, it has its own data, as you know, and it will not take the data from the other chat you started. You have to literally repeat every time you have something like this. Okay, so now we have, again, we trained it because we think these categories are very important when you are creating any type of social media content. And if you can somehow, even if you're not doing anything like today, again, you can take a screenshot of this if you are watching this. Um, we believe that all of these categories are the ones that will get the most engagement, and also it creates more sincere and more, it's just like the whole interaction happens when we are talking about like belief shifts. And I'm sharing tips, tricks, sometimes we're busting a myth, and then in between you are talking about maybe your lead magnet, your program, your whatever it is. And then, so I'm doing a live stream, let's say, whatever it is that they're doing. And we like memes, polls, questions, case studies. So it has a lot of like, depth into it. So now this is all done. I mean, I'm just talking here. It's already done. And I'm going to see, I'm going to see if, okay. And then in here, you can come, and this is something I'm just going to just create it today. Sometimes I don't like what I see, or I would say I would pick one. Let's say, let's pick a controversy one. I would say create a specific reel about number 11 controversy. So if we can, if we can actually, I was going to copy paste the topic, but I think it will pick it up. Let's see. There you go. So it picks it up because it's already created. So it will then give you a specific idea on that reel, and then it will tell you what to do, opening scene, contrast scene. So it has all of those things ready for you. Okay, we're at a 5 minutes point now. And you can take this and create your reel ahead of time. I'm all about batching content. Other than the lives, I think everything else can be batched. And again, it's talking about audio, hashtags, caption, all of that, all of them are ready. So the idea is to create a 30-day content the way you saw like here. And then what you do is you come in here, and then, you can just say number one. After you create, it will actually know, and just say, every one of them, you can come in here and say, well, let's do number one now. Let's do, and you can also tell what kind of post you want it to be creating. Let's just copy paste for now. And I would say create a long form post on number one topic. Let's just give it a wheel. There you go. But again, you would always edit it. You would always get this and put your own spin to it and put your own ideas and keywords and everything. And again, because of each audience is different, some audiences will not like the casual talk. They will be more formal. Some of them will be a little bit more, it's okay to use like sort of slang words. So it really is important to know, it always comes down to who your ideal client is, what do they want to hear, how do they talk, and making the content of your social media posts, your emails, and everything else just like the way they sound, then they should say, wow, this is me, like this is exactly what I was thinking. But in order to get there, you have to be in their minds by doing data research, hanging out in the communities, hanging out in the same spaces as they are, so that you can imitate or kind of give them the content they're looking for. Okay, so and this happens sometimes. So in the middle, it stopped. I guess I kind of uploaded it a lot, but again, it will provide it again, and it will give you another option. And sometimes I like that it gives you two options and say, pick one, and depending on which one you pick, it actually trains itself. And if you go in the same chat, let's say you did one for offer one for offer two, and then you kind of like mix matched all of them, it will just, let's say one of them you didn't open for 6 months, and you come back to that chat in your chat GPT, it will continue where you left it off, which is wonderful. Can never happen with a human being, right? So there are some things that you can totally take advantage. But again, so we're kind of in a 9 minutes mark, but well, now it's kind of like telling me stop. But this is how I would create a 30-day content on ChatGPT with this. But again, like obviously if you don't have this, right? What I would do is I would take the time on your ChatGPT for each offer and each audience and sub audience and sub audience, like niche, and I would train it with specific keywords that you collected over the internet, over the data research, however you're doing it. So as much as you can do this in terms of training, you can get similar results. You don't have to have your own GPT, but this will really help you if you actually learn to do it as well. If you like this, please let me know, because I'm excited. We're actually finalizing some of the back end things. We have now 3 GPTs we created. This was for social media. We have one for offers, and another one for some other projects. And I just want to know if you like it. And I always share these things sort of like ahead of time with my own community. So I really would appreciate if you just drop me a comment and tell me how, if this is useful for you and if you would use it at all. So I hope this was helpful. I'm going to stop the screen. And I really hope this was helpful. And I wanted to also make a small announcement. Um, One of the things, this was just one of them, but we have been working on this real good platform, and it's a platform for professional experts who are in the trenches and doing all of these things. And I am excited. It's going to be launching soon. I'm not going to be saying so much about it, but I want you to know that it will be called Growth Maker. So it's a really good membership area, super affordable. And inside, I will have organized trainings, because as you see, I've been doing here, you can actually check the guides here with all the trainings, and I'm happy to, create all of this in here, and I will continue to do so for free in this group. However, it's very hard on Facebook. Facebook is not organized for this, and it's very distracting. There's no structure. It's very hard for me to say, it sounds like I'm doing trainings all over, even though they all have a certain purpose. So I wanted to organize everything, but I don't want an online course, or like, I don't want people to take another course. You don't need another course. I mean, I'm just going to be very blunt here. You don't need another course. You need implementation, you need doing, and you need someone, or something to actually approve and say, no, don't do this, do that, when you are working on that item. Like right now, you may not be here because you're doing your work, you're doing something else, and I'm not on your time, right? So when, let's say, you only have time 2 a.m., 2 in the morning, and you're working on something, you're trying to put together your email sequences, and you're trying to put together social media content, and you're just wondering, like, okay, well, should I do this? Should I do that? Or, what kind of strategy should I do? It's just, you want to have somewhere where there are trainings, but like hands-on with resources and everything, so you don't have to recreate everything. So I wanted to, I don't want things sitting in our computers. We've been doing this for years, and the knowledge we have, the resources we have, it would be sad to keep it all to ourselves. And obviously, we're not going to be able to do this, watch or talk to everyone one-on-one. So I wanted to create that, and that has been my big passion project for a long time. But again, I will be talking about it more soon, but I'm just mentioning it because this particular one that I shared with you today, if you could please let me know if this was helpful, I'm going to include it in there. If not, I won't. I'm doing a market research. I'm always asking you and the audience, what is it that you need now? So if, other than this, whatever else you need, that you need help now, please let me know. I want to include the resources we have, because if we put everything we have in there, it won't be helpful. It will overwhelm people. I just want to put the things that you need now, but I don't want it to be just what I think. I would like to get your opinion and your input, and I would really appreciate you if you can comment below and let us know. Again, thank you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, and I will see you all next week, same time. Have a great one. Bye.